Hey guys, I have another video for you today, and as you see here, I have two new redstone creations in front of me. They are both 2x2 glass doors, which means that they are seamless when closed and also seamless when open. And the reason why I have two variations is because one of them uses a slime block, as you see here, which many would see as a cheaty and technically not one wide, since you can't have regular blocks here. Otherwise it'll break and not work and stuff. So that's why I have two variations. However, I've still included the slime block one just because it is a couple ticks faster on both opening and closing, and it's also slightly more resource friendly in terms of like hoppers and stuff. So if you're worried about that, then this creation is better in that regard also. Both of these are still the same size though, which is 5 tall, 16 long, and 1 wide, which is 80 blocks in volume, and I believe that these are the first of the size and also the smallest, which is pretty cool as well. So that's the basic showcase of these creations. If you guys would like to build them, then simply click on the version you want a tutorial of, and that'll take you to that section of the video. Alright, so to get started, once you find out where you want your door to be, then make a basic frame like this and fill it with glass. Then it'll be time to make the layout, so go to one side and place a couple blocks so you can place pistons against them. Then you want to place 3 sets of 2 normal pistons just like this, and that'll just close the door to where we see it now. But to open the door, we want to place some pistons on this side. First, you want to place 2 of your door frame blocks there, and then 2 sets of sticky pistons here, and then more pistons on the back just like that. This one is a sticky piston, and that'll be holding a redstone block. And the reason why we need these extra pistons back here is to open the door fully, otherwise it'll be just stuck with 1 block left, and we can fix that by replacing these pistons just like that. Now to get started on the redstone, you want to place blocks above here, then dust over each spot where you see pistons, then a repeater here on 2 ticks and a repeater there on 1 tick for maximum speed. Now our input is going to be above this back dust here, and I'm just going to place a lever on that temporarily. And next to that lever, we want to have a sticky piston there holding a block attached to a slime block, and that'll be cutting off a piece of redstone over here. Let me just grab myself some extra materials, and that'll be cutting off the dust there. And the reason why we need a slab is because there's going to be a torch directly underneath that, and we don't want that to burn out. And that torch will be going into a hopper dropper monostable here. You can fill that with any item, and that'll be getting an output through a comparator there into that dust. Now above that, you want to have a repeater going into another dust there, and that'll be going into a sticky piston holding a redstone block. That redstone block will be powering a repeater on 2 ticks, which will first be going into these back pistons here, which will push the sticky pistons into this state here. And then next, this redstone block will extend it like that, and then this hopper dropper monostable will power these pistons like that, and then retract. Then this will retract, and then to get the final pulse, what we want to do is have a repeater on 2 there going into another repeater, and the dust just like that will power into its final state. So there we go, we're actually done with this build. As you see there, it closes fine and opens just fine as well. So that's it for this tutorial. If you guys want to, you could stick around for the next one. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed. So to get started, what you want to do is place your glass blocks where you want your door to be and have your door frame and stuff like that. And then it'll be time to make a little closing layout on this side. So 3 pairs of normal pistons will do the trick just like that. And that'll make sure that we have enough pushing power to close the door fully. And then for the opening side, what you want to do is place 2 more of your door frame blocks. Then have 2 pairs of sticky pistons just like this. and then normal piston there pushing 2 blocks there in the bottom will push the bottom set of pistons, and the sticky piston holding a redstone block will push the top set of pistons. Then just fix that for now, otherwise it'll be much more difficult to do it later. And then once you're done with that, we can get started on the redstone since we're done with the layout. So to do that, just place blocks all across the tops of those pistons there, and then place dust above each spot where you see pistons, and a repeater on 2 ticks to fill in the gaps. Then our input block is going to be above this repeater there, and that'll power this line of dust with the torch, and that's actually it for the closing circuit. It's really that simple. Now for the opening circuit, things are going to get a little bit more complicated with some hopper dropper monostables. Yay. So you need to place a hopper dropper monostable there, and you can place any item in that, and that'll get an output through a comparator just like there. Now on the underbelly of this slab, you want to place a torch there, and that'll be going into another hopper dropper circuit. Place an item in there, and then that'll get an output through a comparator, through a block, into that dust there. And so will this comparator, except it'll need to go through a repeater first, and then it'll be powering that block too. Now from this block over here, which is receiving power from the dust on the other side, you want to place a sticky piston holding a redstone block, then two droppers rather, just like that, and then a repeater on 2 ticks will be powering those and the pistons close to it there. Now on the other side of this dropper thingy, you want to place a hopper there to catch the item after it spits out, and then a comparator going into a repeater on 2 ticks will power the dust here, and that will actually finish off the design once we place an item in there. So let's test this out. Opening works great, and closing does too. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video containing the world's smallest 2x2 glass door with 2 variations on the design. And I also hope you guys have a very spooky Halloween and receive many calciums for your bones. Until next time, goodbye!